So here we are at Brennanstown, and the yet to open Luas stop goes in 2010. So we have the old Harcourt Street line on top of the existing Luas. So you come around here, and the line will have swept across what is this road here. We shall travel this section of the old line. A lot of building work going on here. It's real heavy winter sun. So we have the Carrickmines woods in there, and the Dole mine, the famous historical Dole mine in here. I've done videos here before, but it's just probably the last one in this area pre-Christmas. So if you go back into my videos, I covered the Victorian underpass down there for the access to the woods, and the culvert for the Carrickmines River as well. But just to recap, yeah, this is the curve of the line here. We're curved over towards the woods, beside the woods, and the current Luas used the same alignment right up the Carrickmines and just beyond the station. That's the original alignment that's repurposed for the Luas. So I'm actually on the line now, and what we have ahead of us is a heavily ivy covered telegraph pole, and in the distance another one. So there's two heavily covered ivy covered telegraph poles that have been consumed by ivy over the last, what, 60 years I guess. So this is the section where in the Johnny Nobody film Nigel Patrick did his own stunt. So he's hanging out at the train trying to avoid the cops, the Gardai, prove his innocence, that he didn't commit those aforementioned crimes in the early part of the film. It's worth watching. You know, it's been a scary, obviously you have a lot from the Harcourt Street line, so it's quite ingenious. Whoever was looking for locations in Dublin realised obviously they contacted somebody in CIE, or the line was being taken up at that stage. The line had been ripped up as far as just outside Foxrock, and they obviously used it's fantastic, phenomenal footage. Brides Glen, Cherrywood Viaduct, and you can clearly see there's only the down line left, and what I'm approaching now in a few minutes is Tully gates. But imagine being on a sparsely populated train 67 years ago. So we're into the final days of the Harcourt Street line. We're in the middle of the month now, 9 days away from Christmas. So this time 67 years ago was the final fortnight of the line. Imagine what the feelings of the drivers. I'm sure they were redeployed elsewhere, but you know, the station staff, there was a lot of redundancies. I guess some went on early retirement, or there are all these stories, you know, these were proud CIE men. I don't think they have the same feeling for those jobs now. But where I'm approaching now, you had the crosskeeper's house. I used to say gatekeeper, was it? I guess the more I watch historical videos from abroad, from England, people are saying gatekeeper's house or crosskeeper's house. So crosskeeper I'll use from now on. So here we go again. Here's the alignment. So these would have been the sadness of those sparsely populated DMU trains. Could be one this very time, coming up to lunchtime on this is Tuesday 16 December. So you know, they were subsidising these trains. Unfortunately, with the Betty report, the government wanted profitable lines and the ox fell. And but without doubt, you know, with the benefit of hindsight, and phenomenal amount of building work going on here. And I was just down at Cherrywood stop, the Luas stop, that was part of the old alignment, and beside that there's a huge development taking place. They're doing it in stages, so it's quite evident that a lot's been done here, and more. You know, it's just a phenomenal amount of redevelopment taking place. So this is new here, a new walkway. This will take me down to the location of Tully Gates. And a pedestrianised. The road actually ends here. New road here. So just to recap, remember in the film the itinerant thinker, I don't know what the parlance at the time was, probably thinker, itinerant, oh, I've forgotten his name. So there's Nigel Patrick and Joe Lynch, Dinny, he famously played Dinny in Glenroe, of course, in Bracken, and they were coming down here, and again they jumped into the bush here just beside the sign, and the whistle of the train was coming through, all evident in the film. And then all you see is Joe Lynch, actually the crosskeeper's house is here, so you see Joe Lynch's character jumping over a wall, which is roughly around here, probably around here. I said it's all buried in here. This fence was put up months ago, so Joe Lynch's character jumping in there, and then Nigel Patrick's priest character hopping onto the train. As I said, only the down line was left. So again, there was markings in the road here, the embedded track, which you find, you know, they would take up the tracks and obviously the sleepers, and then this road, the configuration of this road is more or less the same. It's as narrow as it was when the line was being lifted in 1959, 1960. The line would have been lifted around here in late summer 1960, I guess, or August direction. So it is a huge area that's fenced off. You still get in, get around, but I've done enough videos around there. As I said before in numerous videos, it looks like what's left of the crosskeeper's house. It's beautiful. Well, it's a beautiful Victorian building, but two-storey crosskeeper's house is going to be demolished. Can't even see it anymore. It's buried in there in that foliage and overgrowth. Somewhere in that fencing there. So we'll conclude the video here. So thanks for watching these videos, and hopefully I'll make a few more before Christmas. All the best.